Malacca is a state in Malaysia which located in southern region of Malay Peninsula. Malacca also known as a historical state as it has been colonized by Portuguese, Dutch Empire and also Straits settlements in the past. The question is, what is the modernity in Malacca? It is the building. Malacca, known as a historical state, is because of there are a lot of buildings that left over since the colonization era. In Malacca, we can clearly see that the transformation of material used for the construction of a building, which used timber and stone in the past, to glass, steel, and concrete in the present. From the topology of building in Jonker Street, Malacca, we can clearly see that the very first building in Jonker Street, Malacca was constructed during 17th with Dutch bricks and lime plastered with timber structure roof. The facades are simpler and symmetrical windows design. Dutch style buildings are not connected with front arcade, but it was confined with private entrance. Comes to 18th, the building's design was influenced by earliest Chinese style but embedded the notion of Chinese symbolism to promote spiritual harmonies, but is still using lime plaster bricks and timber roofing. In 1840s, a simpler building was constructed follow the Southern China style. It was normally built as double-story with connected pedestrian arcade. Earlier style building has smaller form and facade but still constructed with timber and yet masonry party walls are adopted. In 1860s, the early traditional buildings started to design with air ventilation. It can be clearly seen that there are minimal decoration display with decorated air ventilation located below upper floor window. Continuous timber shutter design was used for the roofing as well as brick and lime plaster and unglazed roof tiles were widely used for the building. Yet an obvious transformation appeared during 1819s. Since adapting Malay, Indian and European influences, curtain design are adopted such as pilasters, arch windows and keystones. There was new material has been used such as glass and concrete, although timber was still the major material used in the construction of the early street erecting buildings. Comes to 19th, the lead streets erecting buildings ornaments flourished with strong European influence where the buildings used decorative ceramic tiles and European decorative plaster molded to form bouquet and festoon shape on the facade. The building also employed the tripart arrangement windows. The use of timber for the construction was decreased and replaced by reinforced concrete. While in 1920s, the neoclassical buildings were decorated with classical elements such as pediment, molded plaster, and colonnade. The buildings were masonry built and abandoned timber construction, but the timber pitch roof was still practiced in the construction. Next, in 1930s, the Art Deco buildings were designed in geometrical shape and few decorative that was limited to extended parapet and flagpole. Embedded building state has become part of the decoration for the buildings, and Shanghai plaster was used for the facade treatment and concrete shading device. Finally comes to 1960s, the modern building were fully adapted with reinforced concrete and totally abandoned timber as the structural materials during the construction. The trend was further influenced contemporary practice without ornamentation, but large flanks of overhang and shading design were applied. From my point of view, what actually modernity is, it is an architectural style that based upon new and innovative technologies of construction, particularly the use of glass, steel, and reinforced concrete, as long as no longer using timber and stones. The idea that form should follow the functionality and embrace of minimalism and a rejection of ornaments. That's all for my video. Thank you.